Conference will now be recorded.
Okay, y'all, welcome. It is Tuesday afternoon, September 23rd. I hope you had a great equinox yesterday. My name is Kim. I have relapsing remitting, diagnosed 2012 from Iowa and currently on Ocrevus. Let's go to Alyssa. Welcome. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need any time today.
I am Alyssa. I live in Los Angeles. I have relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis, and I was diagnosed in 2000. I'm on Mavenclad, and yes, I would like some time today.
Okay, thank you. And let's go to Juan Carlos. Welcome. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need any time.
Hello, everyone. My name is Juan Carlos. I was diagnosed in 91. I live in Spokane. I am currently taking Casimta. And I don't think I need any time today. I just want to hang out with you guys and listen to you guys share.
Okay,
Thanks for asking, though.
thanks, Juan Carlos. Andrea, welcome. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need time today.
So hello, my name is Andrea. I live on the North Carolina Outer Banks. I was diagnosed in 2012. Um, I suffered from MS long before that diagnosis, but I was diagnosed finally in 2012. I'm currently on Ocrevus. And yes, Kim, I would like some time today.
Okay, and Louie, welcome. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need time today.
Hi, I'm Lily from San Antonio, Texas. have relapsed and remitting. I'm on Ocrevus and just hanging out too today.
Okay, you said you did not need time today, Louie.
Oh, no, no.
Okay, just want to make sure. And last but not least, John, welcome. Introduce yourself and let us know if you need time today.
Hi, I'm John. I live in mid-Michigan. I was diagnosed in 2016. I'm currently on Zeposia. And yes, I need a chunk of time today. I'm sorry, friends, but I need a chunk of time.
Okay, thank you. Who wants to kick it off first?
Sorry, Juan Carlos. I'm going to start out sad, so it's not going to be good. So, like, do you guys want me to go first with the heavy stuff, and then we try to bring it out of it, or what would you like to
Go for it, whatever.
Yeah, go for it.
We're,
do? Alyssa,
we're here
Alyssa, are
for
you okay
everything.
with that?
Go for it.
Okay, cool. I was just checking that, like, okay, so you remember how being diagnosed with MS is like the worst day of your life? I had a worse one. Oh my God. Okay, so last Tuesday night, I say to Melissa, I'm going to use the Hoyer lift tonight because I don't think I can get into bed our usual way. So we get the pouch or the sling all set up, and we raised me up, and most of my body was inside of the sling. Two very important parts of the male body were not. So keeping it real, my nuts were squashed for like 40 seconds getting into it, being in bed. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. It still hurts. Okay? So now I'm afraid of the Hoyer lift.
Oh, you just do a double check before you start.
Yeah, but this was just like I didn't know what to do, and I was screaming in pain. I thought I was going to throw up and pass out in the swing. I'm luckily that I didn't, but I've never been so much pain or so scared. You know, like I was just scared. Like, oh God, what's going to happen next? You know.
John,
So
I have a
also
question about your bed.
about my what?
A question about your bed.
Yeah,
So, if you were able to walk to it with your walker, are you able to get yourself into the bed, or is it too high?
I can get into the bed without using the lift. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like most nights. when we use a lift, it's usually for Melissa's back hurting and legs hurting, and she
Okay.
just needs a rest from trying to get me into bed. Um, so this was like one of the first times I said, you know what, I'm going to need it tonight. But usually it's a stand up to my walker, turn, sit on the bed, use the foot loop to get into bed. Bam, I'm here. Good night.
Okay,
You know?
that was my question.
Yeah. Um, and it's trauma that's going to go on forever, right? Like I would lock a new fucking fear and a new thing. Like, yay, achievement unlocked. I beat August 9th, 2016, the day I was diagnosed. So this is the week where we had people working on the house Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm already way the fuck out of my element, right? There's people in the house, the dogs are gone for the day, and then this happens. That shit's going on. Thursday I stayed home, like I didn't go to the shop to play Magic or anything because it hurts to sit. It hurt to sit. Uh, it still hurts to sit, like especially like the first time when I sit in the morning or like sit down. But like overall, the pain's pretty much gone. But also, my mother-in-law was coming to town last weekend. That's not like a bad thing. Like no. My mother-in-law is awesome. Do not just having the additional stress of that happen. That happening. So my guy that came on Wednesday, I had him just clean a lot and it was good. So things are all right. They're in pain, and then Friday I fall in the fucking shower. Friday, I fell in the fucking shower. Transferred from my shower chair to my wheelchair. I fell on my tailbone, and it's bruised up pretty bad. Alyssa, I'll send you a picture of it. Don't worry, there's no nudity involved that I wouldn't share with anyone anyways.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
no, yeah. But okay, this is the ADHD in me and just the me in me, which is just the me and me and the MS in me. That's all the thing. But why doesn't Melissa know what I want her to do when I don't know what I want her to do myself? That is the struggle when a fall happens or something going on. Do you understand what I mean? Like I just expect her to know what I need without even like some telepathy. But I found that that's kind of a symptom of ADHD doing that, and I see that all the time now. Like I just don't know what to do, but I want her to do something. So who knows what it was? But we got me to the Hoyer lift from the bathroom floor, and just nothing pinched, thank God, but still like a lot of pain. So, our usual like MS, like, oh no, we're at a 1 today, but we're on like a 3 or 4 on the scale, the pain scale. With all this, like, I'm off. Like I'm at a 7. And yeah, painkillers help, but still, I sit in a wheelchair all day. I can't get up and move very much. The donut just doesn't feel right. On the couch it does. So it's just confusing how. Also, I just finished like couples counseling, so I'm trying to like state what I'm trying to state based on what I just learned. I get so scared when I'm on the ground, so frustrated on the ground because I can't get up off the ground. There's no chance in hell I'll get up off the ground myself. So I'm already like scared and angry and stuff, and I don't know what to say, but just make something happen, Um, are any of you guys like a really big fall risk like I am, like wheelchair bound? I don't really know. Okay.
Yes.
I hate being a fall risk.
I am a fall risk, and because of that, I was supposed to have hardwood floors in my apartment when I moved in, but they had to put carpet.
Fuck carpet. Like carpet makes you go so slow, like compared to like on hardwood. You know what I mean?
Right, but if you fall, the carpet is a little cushioning.
Yeah. So are you telling me to carpet my bathroom? Because I will carpet my bathroom. Hey, Alyssa, I'm joking. I'm joking about the carpeting the bathroom part.
Okay.
You could try to put non-slip rugs in there.
We have all that stuff. You know what actually happened to cause me to fall? I did put my fucking brakes in my fucking wheelchair.
Mm.
So I stood up from the shower chair, and as I got down into my wheelchair, I started to move underneath me, and so I just fell, like I was squatting, but I just went the rest of the way down. You know, um, so like it's a tiled bathroom for the whole thing. Um, we're just figuring out better strategies. And the thing was, I just need to check my brakes every single time. Even though there's a point where like, okay, yeah, I have them on. I would be stupid not to have my brakes on right here. But guess what? My brakes aren't on. Still though, rest in peace, my testicles. Right? Here's two of them. That hurts so much, so much.
I had a question for you. I have a question for you, John. How's your weight loss going? I remember a while ago you were talking about how much weight you lost. How are you doing with
It,
that?
I feel like it's rebounding a little bit, like I'm gaining some weight. But we had just upped my Ozempic, so maybe that will bring it back down. I went to the doctor's last Tuesday. Wait, did I tell you guys how the scale at the my doctor's office wasn't wheelchair accessible?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really know if I gained or lost. Like in my brain, I'm still like 245 pounds. No, 225 pounds. That's what I am in my brain.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I mean I think I lost a Louis.
How did you get it? Did you get approved for the Ozempic through Medicare or no?
Um, well, through Medicare, yes, and then also through my wife's insurance because I'm type 2 diabetic.
Okay, that makes sense.
The 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 first time I saw my doctor about like MS stuff, he said, "Are you diabetic?" Like, I don't know. My A1C was 9.4.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, right, right, right.
Yeah,
If I would have
that's
said like,
high.
"Why God, why?" I'm sure that the McDonald's golden arches would land on me and just crush me right where I lay. Uh, but 3 months later, I was down to 5.4, and I've maintained it
Good.
really well since then. So my doctor has taken me off of all other diabetes-related medicine except for the Ozempic.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
I was asking because I am borderline diabetic and I weigh 270 and I need to lose weight, but Medicare doesn't want to approve the Ozempic on me. And I'm like, do I need to wait to have diabetes for them to help me out? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
So I'm glad that you have it because
yeah.
losing weight is gonna make everything that you're talking about a lot easier.
It really is. It really is. Uh, I'm a typical like PT patient where you do the PT there and you do fine, but like sometimes you forget to do it for like 3 weeks, and then you're like, oh, whatever, and then you're back at the PT place. Like I've had to do that before, but this time I'm trying to do all of the things. You
Yeah.
know, because I would like to go to more concerts. I would like to do this kind of stuff. I would take all of you with me. I'm sorry that I didn't win the $2 billion, friends. We'll have to try for it again. But yeah,
You're
Ozempic
welcome
has been
to do that.
Ozempic has
That's
been
a
really
problem.
good. So that's all I've got. So the squish, the fall, the mother-in-law was great. Yeah, so I'm all good.
Good to
Hi,
hear.
Tina. Are you here for the MS meeting? Oh, we can't hear you, Tina.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Had a time trying to get on.
Did you want to introduce yourself, like where you're from, if you have relapsing, what kind of MS, and when you were diagnosed, and are you on currently any disease modifying treatment?
How about now?
Yeah, we can hear
Can
you.
you hear me?
You're a little distorted. Is your internet slow?
All right, let me. Okay, my.
Yeah, that looked like a internet connection problem.
Yeah. Try
Yeah,
suggesting to her to shut off her image, Kim. See if she can do it. Or
have
let
her
me
call
put,
in.
yes, I'll put it in the, I'll do it.
We'll
I'll
wait
put
until
it
she
in,
comes back because she won't be able to
I'll
see the
pin it.
chat.
I'll pin it on the chat. So
Okay.
it'll be there when she comes in. You're muted, John.
Because of course I am. But we just need to remind her that there is a chat window. Sometimes I put stuff in there and don't mention I put it in there.
Good. Good thing. Good to remember that. Okay. I don't know how long it's gonna take her to get back in. So, does someone want to go next, and then we'll break in when she comes back?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So, on top of having multiple sclerosis for 25 years, I had a scare. I had a biopsy on my breast because I had done my mammogram for the first time. And there was a chance that there was some malignancy. So on Thursday, I went and got, it was basically 2 biopsies at the same time. So my boob is completely black and blue still. I don't need to show you guys. Just imagine a boob being black and blue. Um, and I got the results yesterday, and I'm good. I'm
Yay.
good because what would have had to happen is that if I came up that I had cancer, I would not have been able to continue my Mavenclad. Yeah. So
Wow.
we like the fact that it came back and I'm clear.
How
It
long
was,
did you have
Congrats.
to wait between your getting the results of your mammogram to having the biopsy to having the results?
what happened was, I had my mammogram and I was supposed to get my biopsy on the 5th, but then I had gotten a cold and I take fish oil every day. And I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to take the fish oil for 10 days coming up to the biopsy. So I
That
had
would
to,
be helpful information for them to give you.
no, they gave it to me. I just didn't read the, I didn't read
Ah,
this. I need them to tell me, not make me read stuff. Uh, um, but yeah, so I had to push it back, so I had it on the 18th. Also because I was sick, and I did it on Thursday and got the information that I was good yesterday. So
Glad
yay!
to
bam.
hear that.
I
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay. I'm Tina. I'm from South Carolina. I have secondary progressive. I found out I had it in 2001, and I'm on Rituxan
Okay.
infusions.
And how'd you hear about us?
Um, I looked up virtual MS support group.
The support group. Tina, can we ask you just to allow us to finish talking with Alyssa, and then we'll come straight to you right
We don't
after
need to
that?
go to me. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
we
here to
do.
listen.
Oh, we do. We do. Miss
We're just
Alyssa, I'm.
I'm good. I mean, I was scared.
I bet you were scared. I bet you were scared.
Oh yeah.
Where do you get your treatment? Tina, Alyssa just had her first mammogram, and they needed to do a biopsy after that, but it came back negative. And
praise.
we we work with this a lot in some of the other groups. Um, that the anxiety that exists. That, I mean, there's a name for it. You have the same name here, and I think in the MS group we call it scanxiety, and it's a real issue. Um, and that's
I've had two biopsies, Alyssa, separately, not together like you, but two separate times, and both times they've come back negative. I have dense breasts, so I guess that makes it a little harder. I was really nervous the first couple times, but now I'm like, now I'm going to end up with a positive because I'm not going to be so worried about it the next time.
No. Don't even put that out in the world. Don't put that out in the atmosphere. Nothing. No.
I'll take it back. Knock
Okay.
on wood.
Thank you. Knocking on wood.
Hey Tina, there is a chat box that we have in the page,
I'm
and there
sorry.
we have a chat box on the side of the page where people drop links and stuff for you to check out.
It's where?
it's the at the top of your screen on the right. There are two little squares, and if you click those squares, it will open a box.
Right.
And you can put messages in there, and
Okay.
you can receive messages. John just said hi, Tina. If you go to the
Okay.
bottom, you can type something in, and then if you click that faded arrow, it'll light up. You choose whether you want it to go to everyone or just back to John. You can send a message, thanks John, say that just goes to John. So you can have little conversations on the side.
All right. I typed hello, but I don't see. Never
There it
mind.
is.
I got it. I'm
Thank you,
slow, but I
Alyssa.
got it.
But I have a friend actually who now lives in Tennessee who has MS and also just had a lump removed. And I called her, I'm like, Pega, I'm so scared. Like I've been dealing with the MS for 25 years. I know about that. I don't know anything about cancer. And I'm not going to sit myself on the computer and start scrolling because that's the worst thing you could do. I don't want answers yet. I want to play dumb. And I don't have to worry about it now.
That's right.
So I'm like, here's this weight. Woo! Goodbye. So that's that. I'm okay now.
Alyssa, how often do you have to when do you have to repeat? Is this an annual or is it more than annual?
No, I mean, the mammogram is going to be annually. Excuse me. I do need to get another sonogram in 6 months.
Okay.
And I'm going to be going to see a breast specialist per my primary care's request or um, her, yeah, her request.
Okay. Do you have a choice where you can go, or are they just going to assign you?
Well, I'm part of Cedar Sinai,
Okay.
so what it is I like to stay within the Cedar family. because every single doctor can see my chart.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I was going to say my preference is UCLA, but Cedars is okay too.
Well,
So
UCLA and Cedars are connected. Like I can probably go to UCLA. I just need to, look around, find things out. This is a new thing for me.
yeah,
They're both great hospitals, and I live near both of them.
I love you saying that because that's really a statement about Miss Alyssa. Because many people where you live in Sherman Oaks would say, I don't live that close to Cedars and I don't live that close to UCLA. So God bless you for saying that, you know.
Right. I literally live at the 405 and the 101.
I know.
So I just go up and over the hill, and I can get to
I,
either one of those hospitals.
I know, but there's a lot of people in Los Angeles who say, "Oh, I'm not going over to to Westwood or to West
You know,
Hollywood to go the you know." So
yeah,
so
no,
good for you,
I
good
don't
for
care. If
you.
I have a good doctor, I'm gonna go. I don't care.
Great attitude.
Thank you. And that's
An-
it for me. I'm good now.
Anything
Yeah,
else
like
before we go to Andrea?
I don't think so. That was all. That was all. Why
Let's
am I echoing?
from
Andrea has
Andrea
feedback.
from, from Andrea. But can we go? Can we go, Andrea? Do you mind if can we go to Tina and talk to Tina a little bit next? She's new.
That's fine.
Thank you. Go ahead, Kim.
I don't know. I am in a power chair. I Last September I lost the use of my right leg, and then in February I just woke up and lost the use of my left leg. So I have moved in with my sister, and she gets me up and down and changes my diaper and all that fun stuff. But since then, I had found out that I have a certain type of pneumonia because I kept going in the hospital like every 2 weeks. And I found out I had a special type of pneumonia because, with MS, you're always so special. And I am now on 3 different medications for up to 18 months. So,
Wow.
and since June when I really got on it, I have seen improvement. I can move my legs but I still don't have like weight bearing. They're still very, very weak. So I'm, still stuck. But I'm hoping that as that continues getting better, my MS will hopefully get a little better with it. So
Are you doing PT or occupational
I
therapy or
was
anything?
doing PT, but with insurance, you can't do it but for so many weeks. Then you got to be off of it for so many weeks, and then you got to get another a doctor to reinstate it. I don't know, to ask for it again, and then I could still only do it for so many weeks, maybe 8. So
um uh chat. I don't remember the name of the medicine I'm always talking about. Is it Ampyra
Ampyra.
is the walking drug?
Ampyra. Yeah.
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 Have you heard of that, man?
no,
Yeah,
of what?
Ampyra is Ampyra,
Put it in
Mm-mm.
and
the
it is
chat,
known.
John.
I'm in the laundry right now, but it's
Oh,
nicknamed the
okay.
MS walking drug. Like that is, yeah, the MS walking drug. Gosh,
Um, I actually talked to my MS doctor, which is in Charleston, but he will do virtual for me. And he said right now there was nothing but Rituxan that would be better for me.
You can do both.
Oh, Ampyra is not a disease-modifying therapy like the Rituxan is. It's
It's
a drug that's supposed to help the nerve signal
It's a
in
symptom.
your brain and spinal cord to work better. It only works for a certain percentage of people. It doesn't work well for everybody, but it would be something worth bringing up with your neurologist and asking. And if you can, I put it in chat. It's Ampyra. Um, Dulux. No, I can't remember the generic
Delpamphidine.
name, but
Famperdine, yeah.
Delpamphidine.
Ampridine, right?
When I get back up.
Dalfampridine, right?
Is it an
Yeah.
infusion?
No, it's
No,
a
it's a
pill.
pill. It's a pill. I take it twice a day.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll
And
look into it.
And
it,
again, it doesn't work for everybody, but it's worth a try. Ask your neurologist. If you can't remember Ampyra, tell them it's the walking pill, and most neurologists will know what that is.
Nice.
now
I sure will.
I do take it. I'm on it. I take 2 pills a day.
Me too. Me too.
And it's not like you can tell that it's working all the time, but you can tell when it's not working. Like I missed 2 doses last week. I could barely wheelchair anywhere. And I mean that that is a negative part of it, but I feel in my instance it's helped more than
Okay.
missing a
Good
dose
to
is my
know.
fault.
Good to know. I'll write that down and ask them.
Tina, I have another question. Do you happen to have a urologist too?
No, not really, because I was keeping UTIs forever. So
Well, because those are the key infection. That's a great infection that could be messing with your legs.
right, and the worst part is I don't know when I have them. I can't tell.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Me
So
too. Like I don't have the normal UTI symptoms. What'll happen is I'll have MS stains on my body, and then
you
I'm
have a
like,
what?
I think I might have a UTI. So I reach out to my urologist, get an order to go pee in a cup, and then she'll come back and be like, yeah, you caught it. I'm like, I think I've known myself for 25 years with MS.
Well, that's
And
good. I haven't ever had a problem with them until this last year. And
Well,
it'll get so bad that my sister says that I become attacking them, fussing. But all of a sudden I'll notice that I kind of get out of my head and I end up having to, get transport from from a EMS because I have no other way to transport. Since all this has happened, I don't have a vehicle for myself.
right.
So I always have to, pay $125 to go to a doctor. So
You don't have paratransit where you live?
have what?
Paratransit, it's a public service that you pay per trip
Yeah,
from the
and it
bus company.
no, it's a individual place that I have to call. There's two different ones, and one of them cost me $100 round trip, and one of them cost me 125.
Wow. I would look into paratransit because it's a service from the bus agency from wherever you live. And if you get approved, it's just a few dollars. And they have a bus where you have it has a ramp and they take you to doctor's offices or grocery shopping or whatever. That's what I do.
And it's called
Like
what?
paratransit, like paraplegic transit, paratransit.
Okay. See, this is why I wanted to get on something like this, so I could get feedback and ideas.
That's why we're all here.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That is why we're all here. Yep.
I don't know why I'm
All
here. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
To look good.
right.
Like, look at me. I'm
I bring
looking
some
so good
humor.
today. Yeah.
I bring the humor.
I was just on the Mark
Was
Cuban
on the
website
Mark Cuban website
for the generic Ampyra, and for
Ampyra,
count
and
of
for
60,
count
it's
of 60 at
$16.44. It's
$16.
really gone down in price.
Hi, puppy.
It's so helpful.
It used to be like over $50, which is way better than like the thousands of dollars that they cost at a retail pharmacy. So,
Wow.
and then I also wrote in the chat, Tina, if you use vaginal estradiol, it can reduce UTIs up to 50%. So that's something that they a lot of times recommend, and that doesn't increase your risk of cancers and stuff because it's localized versus systemic.
Okay.
Kim,
So
Kim,
that's something, yes.
you kept telling me about a medicine to take. There's like C Pro 20 or something like that.
It's D-mannose.
There we go. D-Menos.
Yeah,
That's it.
there's a supplement that I take. I'll put it in the chat. It's called D-mannose, and that really helped cut down my UTIs. When I was on Gilenya, I would get UTIs like it was going out of style. There was a point where my husband was afraid to touch me because every time he touched me, I'd get a UTI. And I had to take like nitrofurtoin as prevention. Anyway, when I started taking D-mannose, my UTIs then just disappeared. So the way to explain D-mannose, it's a type of sugar, but your body doesn't process it. So if you're a diabetic, it's not going to make your sugars go up. And a bulk of the UTIs are caused by the bacteria E. coli. And your body, it goes through, and then the E. coli goes, oh, this is nummy. So it detaches from your vaginal wall and stuff, and then you just flush it out of your system. So instead of using antibiotics constantly to get rid of UTIs that destroy both good and bacteria, it just kind of keeps the level of E. coli lower in your vaginal tract, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, nice.
So I've been using it. It comes like 500 milligram capsules, or you can use a powder. I've used up to 2 grams at one time. I'm now just using 2 capsules a day, but I haven't had any problems with UTIs since then. That's something I highly recommend. Urologists know about it. A lot of other providers don't. I haven't had any side effects. My mom had the same problem and she got on it, and her UTIs went away. So some people it really helps, other people it doesn't. So that's also another option to use.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
I'm
oh, and
actually with you, Kim, because I have started taking D-mannose.
yes.
I take 1,000 in the morning and 1,000 at night.
Mhm.
And I'm taking Hiprex. And I get an E-ring every 3 months put in.
Mhm.
And I think it's working. We're still trying to figure it out.
That's good to hear. That's really good to hear.
We're still, my urologist and I are in touch because it's still like, we don't know, but I think so, but yeah.
And another thing too, I think John mentioned in the chat, but you can also get cups ahead of time from your doctor's office. So if you have a UTI, you can go ahead and give a sample and send it in versus trying to make an appointment. You can just drop it off, which is helpful.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Melissa just drops mine off on the way to work.
Mm.
I'll be like, oh, hey, I got to pee. I'll stand up. She'll grab the cup. She'll clean up. And then she goes to work. She's like, okay, I'll drop it off on the way. And she just walks in the door And they recognize her and like, okay, this is for John. I hate being a regular at places where I never thought I'd be a regular.
Right.
I think that's a thing that we get. Like, I'm a regular enough that my doctor calls me like by my name, like Johnny Shoes, like my stage name or whatever. Like my doctor just calls me that. Like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's so much to it always.
Well, I always wonder, how am I going to get a sample? But the last time I
Yeah.
was in the hospital, they did like
Like a test strip.
no.
Catheter.
Did they have you hooked up where when you pee it went into you just
Yeah,
poop?
yeah, the little
Oh,
I
container.
forgot what it's called. But
I
it's
know,
the
I
Catheter.
can't think.
I love those
Catheter.
things.
Are you
I
talking like the hats
absolutely,
they put on toilets?
ma'am.
Is that what you're talking about? The hats?
No, this
no,
is
well
something
not the hat.
that you
They
just
when
lay
you lay
there
in bed,
It's a vacuum.
and
thank you. And then you lay in the
it's
bed, you
it's
pee
like you pee on it, and it
Yeah,
just goes in a container.
uh-huh.
the red
But
container on the wall behind you.
yeah, man, I can't think right now what it's called.
I completely
Anyway,
forgot,
I
but
have one.
it's amazing.
I have one, and I thought, well, next time that's just what I'll use, and because they just did that, and then they just poured the pee in a
Mm-hmm.
little
Yeah.
cup. So when we get off, I'll think of the name, and then I'll be mad. So
Me too.
yeah.
You know,
Anyway,
I gotta admit, I am the guy in the chair. It's called a pure wick. A pure
that's
wick.
it.
Yeah,
A
That's
pure
right.
wick.
that's it.
Like, there's times when I want one in the home, and the fact that Tina, that you have one,
Yeah,
that makes me that's awesome. Okay.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I
in the
don't ever
hospital,
use it. I don't ever use it, but I started thinking about it, and if I need to get a sample, that's exactly how I'll do it.
absolutely, plan in place.
That's right.
Easy peasy. Turn on the vacuum.
That's correct.
Um,
Yeah,
Tina,
when I get home from the hospital, that's the one thing I miss
I spent a
bad.
lot of, you guys know, I spent a lot of March in the hospital, and like they had just issued new ones for men, and so like no one knew how to put it on, and things were manipulated, and it had to be like taped on around, and it basically is like a condom with a tube on the end, but a condom for like not a human, not a mammal,
Yeah, it's
you
long
know?
and ugly.
Yeah. But
I
so then
always
I just,
wondered how men did it.
yeah, I mean honestly, the way that I sleep and I'm used to it, I just use the female one and it works just fine. Like it's amazing. Uh, and then the
Do
doctor can
you,
be like, "Oh, you need some water, don't you, John?" Like, yeah, I guess I do.
Exactly.
do you use it during the
Have
night
really good
also?
aim then.
Yeah, I mean, you can just put it there, and
Yeah.
I know for a girl, it you don't have to get it changed, but every 12 hours.
Yep. Yep.
So
John, you have really good aim if you can use the girl one.
that's true.
Okay. 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 So
What?
the girl ones are simply like, I think, Tina, like a sponge,
Well, to be
like a mesh.
frank, it looks like a tampon.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is how this happens. Um, I am not a large gentleman. I lay on my side, and we put the tampon between my genitals and my thigh, and then when I go, I just go because of my. I'm either too high or not high enough for this. Because of the way that I'm built, the thing that goes over top of the penis just doesn't work. So we use Plan B, and Plan B works very well.
Got to figure it out, man. Do what works.
Like even the nurses and the nurse assistants are like, nope, these are brand new. We have an email saying attend training, but we don't know where the training is. So guess what we're gonna do?
You just MacGyver it. That's how you do it.
Right.
So I need a piece of gum, 2 matches, and a lug wrench, and then I will be able to MacGyver stuff, right? I love MacGyver. I
Sure.
love MacGyver.
Unmuted.
A bit of
Does
dumb.
he use a paper clip?
Yep. Yep. A paperclip and like a 6-sided dice.
Can I just come in for a couple of administrative things?
Yeah.
Tina,
No, get out of here.
the voice from above. Um, 3 things actually. Andrea, can you try turning your volume down a little bit? Because I think that might solve the feedback problem. Otherwise, every time you turn on your mic, we're getting huge feedback.
I can't hear you if I turn it down. That's the problem.
Okay, all right. Then you just have to sort of turn
Can you
on and off.
wear earphones or ear pods or something, Andrea, so you can?
I don't have those. I have a speaker.
Maybe that's what it. Anyway, Tina, there are 3 little dots by the chat
Yes.
on the same. If you click that dot, it says download chat message, and you can download it. It'll be in your downloads, so you don't have to copy everything down. You see that?
On the 3 dots?
You see where it says chat at the top?
Yes.
Then there's a little push pin with a red dot on it, and next to that there are 3 vertical dots. Between the push pin and the X, there are 3 vertical dots on the same line where it says chat.
Let's see. I have like my settings. Then I have my chat.
Right
And then if I
below that line, it actually says chat, CHAT.
I think you have to have your chat box open in order to see that.
You do.
Yes, push pin.
And next to the push pin, there are 3 vertical dots.
No.
Right next. No?
No.
Oh.
I open my chat, then
Yeah.
there's a push pin on the right.
Yes.
And that's it.
It could be. Tina, all I can think of is maybe it's the way that you're accessing, like the computer versus like the web app versus all this other stuff. Sometimes that translation cannot always look.
Oh, you're on an iPad. They always get me, those iPads. Anybody use an iPad here? So Juan Carlos, on an iPad, how do you download the chat? Is it a right click or a left click or something like that?
Unfortunately, with the iPad application, it's very limited. I was trying to follow up on what you guys were talking about, and you're all on computers, and with the iPad, it's very limited. You can see the chat, but you can't download it. You can send a message to everyone or to someone in particular, but when you press that pin, all it says is the address info for the room, for the Barnitzky's room.
Okay, well, let me look and see if I can figure it out. The other thing, Tina, is if you put your email address in the chat window, then we will be able to send you a reminder to your email before each meeting.
Where do I do that at?
Now, open the chat.
Okay.
And in the bottom, it says send a message. and you put
Yes.
it in there. Put in your last name and your email address, and we'll put you in the database. And then before each meeting, 24 hours before each meeting, we send you a reminder there's a meeting coming up.
Perfect. I'm putting it in right now.
Okay, and we'll enter you right in. And I'll see if I can find out how to download the chat in a go-to meeting on an iPad.
Okay, that should be there.
We got it. Thank you very much.
No,
Thanks,
thank you.
Pete. Thanks. And it does say I'm going to send this. What I'm going to do is put this in the chat and send it to Juan Carlos and see if he can figure out what it means. And if he can, he'll tell us. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm sending you a private message, Juan Carlos. Okay.
Okay.
And we should go over to Miss Andrea, maybe.
So is it echoing when I talk or
No, when one of us talks.
okay. So I may have told you guys that I've been taking pottery classes up at the college, the community college. And this summer I took a class for alternative firing. And this week we were firing our pottery in a pit fire. And it just so happens that I live kind of in the middle of where the College of the Albemarle is, and some of the other students live up in Southern Shores, and I live kind of in the middle. So I agreed to do the pit firing at my house. And so we're doing it in my backyard. And on Friday night, I know, like, we were building the fire, and I know I didn't feel quite exactly right. So I sat down. I've got some rocking chairs in my backyard. And the next thing I knew, I was being pulled out of an ambulance at the emergency room. And I guess I had a seizure, um, a pretty big seizure. Um, One of the ladies in my class said that I was unconscious for at least half an hour, if not longer. Um, and they kept me at the emergency room. They did a CAT scan. It was normal. They wouldn't release me until they could check for a UTI, which came back negative. And so they released me around 12:30 in the morning and let me come home and said, you need to follow up with your neurologist. It's very important that you follow up with your neurologist. And this was Friday night, Saturday morning. So they make sure you call your neurologist first thing in the morning on Monday. So I did that. I called my neurologist first thing in the morning on Monday, and they very promptly scheduled me for an appointment on December 5th. It's September. And if it's that important, Why can't I? And I'm like, okay, well, I've already got an appointment with Harry Lay, who I see on a regular basis, because they set me up with some woman I've never heard of. And I'm like, I have an appointment with Harry in December anyway. Why don't I just keep that appointment? And she's like, oh no, that appointment is gone now. You can't see Harry until you see this other person.
Can they put you on a wait list? Maybe you can get a
Oh yeah,
earlier
they put,
appointment if
yep.
somebody
Oh yeah,
cancels.
we'll see if anything, if anybody cancels or an appointment comes up, you'll be on a wait list, and we'll send a text message to the top 5 people on the wait list, and the one who answers first gets the appointment.
Maybe if you call them regularly and bother them, they'll be a little bit more on your team.
I don't believe that. I have such a bad attitude now on Carlos about anything medical related, about anything in this godforsaken country where people want to get rich off of my illness. And the doctors are even being shit on. And so they don't even want to be doctors anymore. So now we don't have enough doctors. I wouldn't want to spend 10 years of my life training for a profession where I'm treated like an assembly line. I wouldn't want to do that. I don't blame the doctors. It's the administrators that make all the money off of sick people in this country. And I have no faith left. None. Zero. No faith.
Well, and when you go in December, then they're going to have to order a test, so it'll be that much longer before you get any answers.
And if any damage had been done, they're not going to see it for months.
Right.
Did they discuss or talk about if to put you on any anti-seizure medications, or if you're able to drive or not after having experienced a seizure? Or
So the emergency room put me on anti-seizure medication that makes me really dizzy. The pharmacist says that that should dissipate with time. That I should follow up with my neurologist on whether or not I should continue to take that medication. In effing December.
how long have you been on the medication now?
2 days.
Okay, so it's fairly recent. Okay, are you dizzy enough where you're concerned about having falls?
I'm using a cane now. Yes.
Okay, because that would be something that I would recommend you contacting your doctor's office going, I've been on this anti-seizure medication, it makes me dizzy, I'm afraid of falling, I'm having to use a cane.
So I did, it wasn't until probably 5:30 last night. I did go into the portal and send a message to Harry Lay, whose appointment was canceled, but they only give me 800 characters to describe whatever I want to describe to my doctor. So I couldn't get that much out. I was like, they canceled my appointment with you in December. They're making me see somebody I don't know. Like, why do I have to wait till December? And so now I'm just waiting for him to respond to me. But
Does
I'm just
when you do the messaging, does it allow you to do attachments? Because that's one way I've gotten around that in some portals where I actually use a Word document. I type out what I'm wanting to talk about and then I attach it to the message.
Yeah, I probably could do that. But I was so angry, so frustrated, so sick and tired of every single thing that I do has to be done with a workaround. I can't cook food anymore without a workaround. I can't walk without a cane now. I can't wash myself in the shower without a bench to sit on and workarounds for getting too tired and too hot.
And that's what you
And
need to mention in the Word document that you need to attach to the portal. You need to list out the things that you're really struggling with and that you're going to be more risk to having falls. And you need to make
but I
it
don't
so
think they care. They
I think
don't care.
I think they care. I think the problem
The
is
only thing they want to hear from me is what they can prescribe to fix. If they can't prescribe something, they don't want to know about it.
I think that they're understaffed and they have
Yep,
limited capacity. So they
yep.
have to triage everybody and you have to let your needs be known so you can bump up a little bit. That's how, I mean, ever since COVID, I mean, the medical system has been broken forever, but it's really been sped up since COVID. How difficult it is to see providers to get help. And that's why you have to be a really good self advocate for yourself.
Fuck that. I'm so sick of being told to advocate for myself when I didn't even know what I need to advocate for. All I know
True.
is I need help. That's it. I don't know what kind of help I need. I just know I need help.
Well, if you're not getting a good response from the
And I'm
neurologist, you
sorry,
have
and
to go
don't
back to the ER. I mean, that's your
don't
option. A lot of people have to do that where they can't see people, so that's their main form of healthcare is they have to go back to the ER to get assistance.
and please forgive my frustration and my anger that's coming out, Kim. None of it is directed to you or anybody here.
I know you're
I know I've
frustrated and
used
it's
a
very
couple words that I shouldn't use,
Yeah,
but
I understand it's super
I'm
frustrated. I mean, you woke up, you didn't know you had a seizure. Seizures are very terrifying, and you don't know if it's going to happen again, by yourself. You don't know if you're going to have this fall and hit your head. You don't know if you can drive. Seizures can affect people in massive ways, especially if they like, okay, you've had a seizure, now you can't drive for 6 months to a year. I mean, massive,
and
massive
nobody has
implications.
said that to me,
Yeah, and it's
but
and it's incredibly scary and terrifying, and then you just feel like you got pushed off for like 4 months and like just deal with it on your own, which is not, that is not the ideal. That's not standard of care. So I'm sorry that you can't just tell
it's
them
the
and then
care
they
that
just
I have gotten my entire life. It's no different than any of the care that I have ever gotten. It's ridiculous in this country. It was 30 years before I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. 30 effing years. Doctor appointment, doctor appointment, doctor appointment. Oh, maybe you need to go see a psychologist, Andrea.
Yeah, MS is not one of the diseases that's really easy to diagnose. Unfortunately, it is one where you have to rule out a bunch of stuff, and it's that's part of the deal. I 10 years before I was diagnosed, and it's that's very common, and that's one of the frustrations of MS. And because of the symptoms, yes, a lot of times they do want to rule out psychological. I mean, when I saw the neurologist in Northwest Iowa, they looked at me like I was crazy and it was all in my head. And it was just a psych thing. No, it wasn't a psych thing. It was MS. So yes,
Sometimes where
it's
you,
frustrating.
sometimes also where you live could be like a specialist desert. You know, you have neurologists, but they're not a specialist, and you might have other kinds of doctors, but they're overworked, like Ivo said, and
But
they're
I
trying
was
the
living
best they
in
can.
the Research Triangle Park in North Carolina, which is research around medicine with Duke University, the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and several other big medical places. I was in the right place at the right time, and I still got gaslit, and I still was 20 plus years,
I'm sorry
20
that happened to you.
plus years. And
I'm so sorry
back
that happened
then
to you.
they didn't even have a medicine for MS. So I'm all upset about they didn't even know how to diagnose it back then.
Yeah.
Or
A
they
lot
were
has
just
changed
learning.
in 15 years. A lot has changed.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that like logically, but emotionally, I'm just sick of it. And I'm supposedly on the most efficacious drug there is, short of completely cutting out my immune system and hoping to build it back up again. And now I'm all of a sudden having seizures. Are seizures something that are common in MS?
I don't know. I've never read anything about it. It could be related, but I don't know.
Tina,
Tina, you're
you're on
muted.
mute. You're on mute,
You're
Tina.
muted.
Sorry. I know all the medicine I'm on for MS, which is a lot. Almost all of it's anti-seizure medicine, which I've never
Right.
had a seizure, but
Right. And that's
Yeah.
part
Oh
of my
yeah.
frustration too, is that I can't even ask these questions until December. Like, what the hell? And so I'm sorry, I don't mean to take this all out on you guys, but I gotta get it out because
that's
it's
right. That's right.
It's okay. We're not here to judge you. At least you have us to talk about it, and you have a
and I'm
right
very
to be angry.
thankful for that. Yeah.
Andrea, I'm unlike Juan Carlos. I'm judging you very harshly and putting that all together. I'm going to say you're doing a great fucking job. I don't know what I would do in your situation. Like I have to rely on Melissa, my wife, so much for that. Like I'd be like, you need to do something, but I don't know what you need to do because I don't know what I need to do myself. Right? So you always for you, Andrea, always for everyone, right? Feeling vulnerable and stuff. That's a screw. Right?
And I feel like every time I start to, I don't know, put things a little bit together, the bottom just falls out. Now people are worried about me living alone.
That
If
just
if
means
they're so
people really
worried,
care about you.
yeah, just ask them to come over for a day a week. Like if there's anything I can do for you, like just come over and hang out for like 4 hours on a Saturday afternoon. You know what I mean? Like, hey, come help me do this. Oh, you said you want. Let me know if you can do anything I can do to help. Well, yeah, I'd love to come over and vacuum for you because that is just a simple thing I can do that will take me 10 minutes. Just it's humiliating, it's frustrating, it's so humiliating. It takes so much away from us. But man, did I ever get sick of that shit? You know? So I said to a friend, I'm like, hey, I'm having a really tough day, and we have a lot of meetings in the afternoons. So the friend showed up like 2 hours later with 3 fucking casseroles that she already had like frozen in case anyone needed them. So if people ever say like, is there anything I can do to help, or just let me know, just text me like, I'm taking you up on your offer. You know where I live. Come by. I'm gonna be picking weeds in the garden. You know? But yes, it is humiliating. It is humiliating. Like Saturday, Melissa went like out of town with her mom, and I had peed on my seat, my wheelchair, trying to get up quick, and so they had just left. So I was gonna be sitting in urine for like 6 hours, and I can't allow myself to do that. So my friend said, "I know that you live in the middle of nowhere, but don't you have neighbors?" I sent a text to my neighbor, like, "Hey, I need help. Melissa's gone. Can you come over?" They're already on their way. So it took 1 minute for me to stand up, for them to change it, boom, boom, boom. See you this weekend, you know. But still, like, it took me so much, like, I had to swallow a lot of things to be able to do that. A lot of pride. You guys know that I'm a proud person.
And
So
I
I feel
think
you, Andrea. I feel you.
there's this flip side to that. One of my experiences that I've talked about in the past, that once I had MS, when I had extreme emotions, I couldn't hold them back. So I would be crying in front of people all the time, and how like humiliating it was. But then I realized one day, if I had the choice of feeling my emotions like deeply or being a robot with no emotions, I would rather take feeling my emotions and feeling human. But the side effect of this that I didn't expect is that me being vulnerable allowed this connection with other people where they really let their guard down and reach out to me. And it created this beautiful situation. So here I am, embarrassed that I'm having all these emotions, but the end product was I had this amazing connection with someone where they, reached out to me and go, and it was like this beautiful thing. So now I don't get upset about breaking down in front of people. I just look at it as an opportunity for connection by being vulnerable. And in the writing class a couple weeks ago, Rick was in there. I, I was I had a hard time reading my story because I was so emotional about it,
And
but I did it
Andrea's
anyway.
sometimes the help that I just like straight up ask for, like, if there's anything I can do, let me know. Like, you know what? Give me like a $40 DoorDash gift card so that I can have dinner and have it delivered. I wanted to do dishes, you know, like just little things like that. Just think of little things that you could call on people that you know will follow through on. You know, and I admit I'm very lucky and I'm very privileged to have that kind of support system in the city I lived in before I moved into the middle of nowhere. But still, you know, it's humiliating, and it's just. But if no one can fix the healthcare system and fix what it's doing to you, lean on your friends to like say like, hey, I've got all this being on. Let's try. And that's entirely up to you. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not doing anything like that. And they feel better
Just
too
so
because they
long
feel.
as I don't overextend my friends.
Yes, definitely keep them on a rotation. Like hit on one like once a month maybe, or like once every like quarter. You know,
Yeah.
uh, just like a friend was. Okay, so I live on the west coast of Michigan. He was coming from Pennsylvania up to the east coast, up to the Upper Peninsula. He went an hour out of his way to meet me for the first time in 10 years. It seemed. And I was like, oh, hey, you're going through the area. You want to have lunch? Yeah. some of those older friends, things like that, man. I know enough people like you, Andrea. I know enough people.
I'm gonna lose my independence.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's a hard thing to accept.
Yes. Like you guys know that I don't leave the house unless my wife is with me, right? And that's a lot of independence I've lost. But Andrea, the hardest
But
thing to lose, the
I don't
hardest thing,
have a significant other.
the
The hardest thing, John?
um, I had it right there. I'm sorry, Andrew. What did you say? Try to spark my memory. You know how it goes.
Losing my independence.
Yes. Okay. The worst independence to lose, and I hope that a lot of people feel this way, is the ability to fucking drive. I can't go shit where. So I know how you feel, Andrea. Like that is such a big part of independence. Yeah, I can DoorDash. I have people do stuff for me, but I can't go anywhere by myself. I could take the bus, then I have to wait. I have to be all dressed, blah blah blah. I can't just run to the store to pick something up in my pajamas, you know. So losing independence is the hardest thing I've done, but not the most pain I felt. We talked about that earlier. Andrew, you're great. Tina, you're great. I like you guys a lot. I like
So are you, John?
my regular Monday night therapist was like, so it's tomorrow the day? I'm like, yes, it's in the afternoon. He said, oh my gosh, so you won't have to stay up too late. Well, I stay up too late anyways, but yeah, you know. Andrew, do you want to meet somewhere in like Southern Ohio and just have a hug?
Say that again, John.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, do you ever want to meet up in Southern Ohio for a hug? But no one ever wants to meet up in Southern Ohio for anything.
I was gonna say I'm more likely to be in Western Michigan than Ohio. Probably next summer I'll be in Western Michigan.
I will, I will be there too. It's gonna be great that I'm gonna
We could
meet you
maybe meet
before.
somewhere between Muskegon or somewhere between Pentwater and not Grand Rapids. Where do you
Big
live?
Rapids.
Big
Yeah,
Rapids?
yeah, no problem, no problem. Like I would even, most of the time, yeah, we'll make that work. But I just have to meet Dan
Mom,
and
my
Jen for the
mom
first time.
is my mom is gonna be here on Sunday. So she's visiting me this year. I visited her last year, so I'll probably be up there to visit her again next year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I swear that I will meet Jan, uh, Jennifer and Dan this fall because I've known them for 8 years, but we've never actually like met face to face.
And I met them in DC this year. That was awesome.
Dude, you came back fired all up for that too. You were like,
Oh boy, did I.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah, just as angry as I am with the medical system right now. Yes, I was angry with politics then. Yes. Yeah.
I have a
It's been
question
a
for you,
it's
Andrea.
been a topsy-turvy year. Yes, Juan Carlos.
I remember a while ago you were talking about something that you had to do with a radio station. How did that go?
We are this close to closing with the bankruptcy courts to finalize the purchase. We are leasing it currently, the radio station, from the bankruptcy court, and we have a lot of work to do. We've got until December 29th to get back up to full power. So we are currently working really hard to try to get that up and running and stuff. But yeah, we're making great progress. And we're almost there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey,
And what is it that you're gonna have it as? Like talk radio, music?
It's it's music. It's a format called Triple A. It's adult album alternative. And so it's a very wide range of music. It can go anywhere from kind of country and folk all the way to kind of pop music, but it's more like the B-side songs as opposed to the top songs that play like on your top country or your top pop or your top. So we kind
Top
of
40, yeah.
are a little closer to the pop side. Um, but we do play a very wide range within AAA music. So we play a lot from almost country. I like the pop side, but I'm not, anyway, it doesn't matter. We play a very wide range of music. If you like, I think of AAA as like my genre, right? My genre is the 80s. So like The Cure and uh maybe Jane's Addiction, NXS, like those were the type of songs that or music that were playing on AAA back in my day. And so it's like that, but obviously different um in today's music
That's
environment.
awesome. I can,
Did
I
that help
can,
at
I
all?
can, yeah, I can tell people that I know a music mogul. Soon you're
That's
gonna
right.
be one. People are
That's
gonna be
right.
sending you
And
tapes and stuff. So
um you can listen to us on the internet. I don't know that I have the link handy right now, but I will for the next meeting. I'll have it handy so that if anybody wants to listen, you can. And it's really great right now because we're not really up and running yet. So it's a lot of music. Sometimes it gets garbled. We're working through some things, but we only have like two sponsors. So there's very, very few commercials. There's hardly any DJ interruption. So right now it's really kind of fun to listen to.
that's
So
cool.
are you are you going to be very hands-on?
No,
She's a
no.
silent partner.
So yes. So my best friend, um, who I met back in 1988 when we our freshman year in college, and she's been a DJ and working in radio since the 80s, and she specifically has been on air down here. And when the radio station, the people that owned the radio station went bankrupt, he owned like four different stations, and we're only buying one of the four. Now, we're getting it at a good price because it's quite broken. So we're going to have a lot of work to get it really up and running again.
And where
But
do you live?
I live on the North Carolina Outer Banks. So I'm in Kill Devil
Nice.
Hills, if you know the Outer Banks.
No.
Yeah.
I know Wilmington in that area, but
Yeah. Yeah, you're in South Carolina, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm near Myrtle Beach.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a very vacation-y area, and a lot of people like to take them, their vacation radio stations home and listen to them at work and dream about being on the Outer
That's
Banks.
right. That's right. Well, that's nice.
So, so buying this started a few years ago, um, before I lost my job. And I just was supporting Lisa and helping her to purchase this radio station. And, but then when I lost my job and went on Social Security disability, this has taken on a whole different meaning to me now. It's sort of a way to feel like I'm still a member of society, still contributing to my community in some way. Um, so so it's been good for me in that way.
That's good.
Glad to hear. Glad to hear that you have something to put all your energy into,
Right,
especially now that you have so much time.
right. And so what's funny is that there's there's been some issues and the music has been getting really garbled. And so we just have to reset it, but somebody has to hear it and know that it's coming out garbled so that it can be reset. So that's my job, is to listen to the radio station and let people know, let Lisa know basically, oh, it's garbled, you need to reset it. And so I say I have the best job in the world. I listen to the radio. And the radio with very few commercials and hardly any interruptions. So basically,
That's
my
right.
job is to listen to music.
Tech support.
That's right.
That's awesome.
So it gives me something to do, something to feel useful about.
Yeah. I have an
Because we
appointment
all
on
have to
Friday.
feel.
I have an appointment on Friday to see if I can get vocational rehabilitation because I need a job. I need to put my energy somewhere. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be in this place that I am right now, which I don't want to be anymore. And I definitely need the money, and I want to be productive as long as I can. And your job would be really fun. Listen to the radio all the time, and just calling it like, "Hey, it's a little garbled. Just keep bringing the music in."
That's right. The
He's not
other
the
things,
Carlos wants a job.
Yeah, but I
and
live in Spokane, so it has to be nationwide.
so another thing I do is volunteer. And I volunteer with the National MS Society, so I'm an MS advocate, which just means sending emails to my politicians. Um, when the National MS Society has things that they want to do, I go to my North Carolina State Action Day every spring to talk to politicians. Again, the National MS Society gives you exactly the topics to talk about, that type of thing. I help with a local MS support group. I started coming to this one during COVID, and then I actually helped to create a in-person MS support group locally that I'm not the lead for, but I'm sort of the second. I help the lead out. And then I also volunteer with the National MS Society as an MS friend, where I talk one-on-one with people newly diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
And I find all of that stuff really helps to give me a purpose. So, Juan Carlos, even if I'm not getting paid for it, it really helps me feel like I'm giving back
Yeah, that's very
something.
important. Yeah, I've been talking with somebody at the MS Society also to become a peer friend, but right now they're not doing the training, so I have to wait until October 12 or 15 until
Oh,
they
that's right
start the
around the
classes again. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I need to do the vocational rehabilitation to see if I can get a paying job and then do the peer friend to do what you're saying, like to give back and to feel connected with others. Because I benefited from the program a few months ago, and it was just awesome to talk to somebody that knows exactly what you're going through, and also
Yeah.
finding new guys. I look forward to talking to you guys, and it makes me feel good. I like watching the YouTube version also, kind of like uh, because you forget about everything after a while, so it's good to see the video again and go like, oh, I remember this, I remember that. So the next time we talk, I'll be like, hey, Andrea, how about the radio station?
Mhm. Yeah. So I find those things to help me as much as they help other people. And I had an MS friend. It was through Copaxone. It wasn't through the National MS Society, but I had a person to talk to when I was first diagnosed, and it was very helpful. And so now I just want to pay that back.
Yeah.
And
When
it
you were
again, it does as much for me as it does for the person I'm talking to.
when you were talking about advocacy, and even though there were specialized people around you, but you felt like nobody really understood and nobody was listening, or you have a list of problems and it's like, how am I going to deal with all this? And nobody seems to be able to help me, and I don't know where to go to, and I have so many questions. I have to move from Puerto Rico to California, and then in California was better, but then I was like, I'm still not getting the answers and the services that I know I need. So then I found out how in Washington they have like a clinic that specializes in MS. So I moved here, and here I've been getting a lot of services that have been helping me a lot. So I know what you're talking about, but I'm also very glad that eventually, after many many years, I was able to find a place that I can get resources like through the city, through organizations, through MS Society, and I get a little bit here and a little bit there, and eventually I have this crochet version of a network, kind of put all the strings together, and it makes sense in a way. It's better than nothing. And I want to bounce off what John was saying. Um, allowing your friends and your family to provide you support. Sometimes it feels like you might be dumping your problems on somebody, but sometimes those people are also wanting, because if they're concerned about you, they're also wanting to know how. And that's the part where we need to kind of go, well, I have all these problems. I don't want to dump everything on you, but like John was saying, maybe if you visit and bring me a casserole or whatever, we can have a lunch together or a dinner together, which is better than kind of carrying all the way by yourself. Sometimes it's good to allow your friends and family to give you what they want to give you. They just need to know what it is.
And I don't even always know myself,
Yeah.
and that can be a
But it's
problem.
basic things like, can we talk over the phone, or come over and get my mind out of whatever I'm going through, and eventually you kind of purge whatever is bothering you, and then you get a different perspective, or you get a laugh out of it. And, just you don't dwell so much on the things that you've lost. You kind of concentrate a little bit on the things that you still have, and the things that you can get. You know, it's good to reconnect
I
with that.
just think right now this whole seizure thing has got me pretty scared, to be quite honest with you. I
Yeah,
bit my tongue on both sides,
yeah.
um, and that's pretty painful.
Hmm.
Um, Trying to deal with that. Things don't taste right now. Hopefully that'll come back. Hopefully I didn't totally screw up my taste buds.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. The good thing about the tongue is that it heals pretty fast, and it heals well. You know, I recently got bad news too. I found out that I have osteoporosis, so I'm being very careful not to trip, and trying to find ways to change my diet so that I can reinforce my bones. I was taking a calcium supplement, and then I found out that that's like the worst thing that you can do, because then you can have buildup of calcium in your blood if you overdo it, and then that affects your heart. And I was like, oh, I thought I was helping
you
myself,
can
and then I
also
found
end
out,
up with kidney stones as well.
which is the
Yeah.
problem that I found out also I have. I had a kidney stone. Good thing I didn't have a problem, passing it. But they told me that instead of taking calcium, I should take D3 with K2, because that's the way for your body to absorb the calcium. Instead of flooding it with calcium and then getting deposited somewhere, take the D3 and K2. Um, and that will allow for whatever intake of calcium that you have to be absorbed better. So you see, you go to the doctor, you get some bad news, but then you find out how to fix it, and then you go like, cool, now I know how to help myself, rather than be a victim of whatever condition I'm going through, like osteoporosis or diabetes or whatever.
Except my bad attitude says you go to the doctor, you don't figure out how to fix it, you figure out what to take for it. That's not really going to fix it. It's going to drag it out and drag it on so that the pharmaceutical company can just continue to make more money. And the doctor's office will just have you keep coming back through and paying every time you. So that's just my bad attitude. I'll turn everything into medicine, just trying to get money out of me and nothing more.
Well, that's a symptom of our healthcare, reality in this country. And unless we work together as a country to fix it, we're just going to be victims of the system, which is unfortunate.
And ever since I lost my job and lost my work insurance, now I have insurance through the exchange, through Obamacare.
I
And
see.
it is the best insurance I have ever had in my life. And I keep hearing people say, "You're not paying for it, Andrea. Your insurance is covering it all." I'm like, "But my insurance is paying for it." And if my insurance is paying for it, everybody is paying for it through their insurance premiums. Because you know that the insurance company is going to end up making money at the end of this, one way or another. And whether it's coming out of my paycheck or somebody else's, it's coming out of everybody else's. And I don't know what to do about medicine in this country, but I am at my wit's end.
Well, I think it's being involved in the political um, world, talking to your Congress people, your senators and stuff like that, and telling them, we need to change this. We need to find ways to make it better.
They don't care. You don't
Well,
know where
we
I
need to
live.
make them. We
You
need
don't
to
know
make
where
them
I
care.
live. They don't. I have talked to my congressman, trust me. That's why I came back from Washington fired up and angry, was because I spoke to my congressman, and he is what's wrong with this country.
And then you need to speak to him through the ballot. Get him out. Get a
And
different one.
they've gerrymandered us so much that my vote practically doesn't count. And that's what I think about politics in America nowadays. My vote doesn't count because they've gerrymandered my state so badly.
Well, I do believe it counts, but and government politics and all that stuff, it's an attrition game. Nothing really happens right away or really fast. It takes time, unfortunately. It takes generations sometimes. But if we keep working on something positive,
Oh, we spent generations making progress in this country, and now we are backtracking.
We're gonna stop
see
the
if you
politic
if you
We're
talk.
gonna,
concentrate on
We're gonna
yeah,
stop the politic talk.
gotta stop. Gotta stop.
Is there
yeah.
anything else that
Yeah.
anyone wanted to talk about before we wrap up today? Okay. Well, we will be meeting in 3 weeks, the second Tuesday of October, which is October 14th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, if you can join us.
I enjoyed it, people.
Yeah,
Nice
come back,
meeting you,
Tina. It
It's
Tina.
was
nice
nice
to meet
meeting
you,
you today.
Tina. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry again about the politics situation. I'll try next time
And when you're
to
at the
not get
other.
involved. Yeah.
All
All right.
right.
Well,
Yeah, have a
everyone
good
have
day,
a great
everybody.
rest of the day and afternoon, and hopefully see you in 3 weeks, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
And